Good morning, Glam Crew. So yeah, I just ordered some breakfast and I'm waiting on it. So I figured this would be a good time to make a video because I've been lazy, y'all. I should have brought my bobby pillow to sit on, but they say sit on your bobby pillow for like the first 3 weeks. Some people sit on their butt right away and not even use the pillow. I don't know. But yeah, so this video is going to be a doctor review on who I went to for round 2. So round 1, you guys know I went to Dr. Mignon and I had a tummy tuck last year. That's all I had, a tummy tuck. I thought, well, I got enough buoy, it'll be all right. But no, my butt was like really wide, and it was big and wide, and I had like 2 little butt dimples, and it kind of like, yeah, that was my butt shape. Hold on. Okay, that's better. So yeah, that was my butt shape pretty much. And I was like, yeah, I want to round my butt out and just fill in those dents. And my back fat, like these back rolls, y'all, even when I worked out and lost a lot of weight, I thought I was going to the military. My back rolls were still there. They weren't as big, but they were still there. So I want to get lipo on my back rolls. Well, pretty much in DR, it's lipo 360 and BBL and hip fill-ins, hip dips, whatever. But so round 2, y'all, I went to Dr. Manuel Diaz Guzman, and I'll put his name right here somewhere. Dr. Manuel Diaz Guzman. And y'all, I have no complaints. Like, Dr. Diaz, I love you. I love you. Because he did exactly what I wanted. He gave me exactly what I needed. So right, I'm gonna go, my next video is gonna be a price breakdown and everything, but I believe my quote was for $4,300. And y'all, I didn't go over on any spending, no extra spending. There wasn't no hidden fees. Oh, you have to pay this. Oh, is this da da da. No, there were no hidden fees. What that man said he was gonna do, he did. He charged exactly what he said he was gonna charge. None of that extra stuff that I be hearing with other doctors and all that other stuff that be popping up. And no, he does not know I'm making this video. I never told him I do YouTube. I'm not getting paid or any promotions for this video. So this is just my own opinion and my own experience. Y'all already know this. I keep it 100% real with y'all, okay? So, yeah, I got lipo on my back. He did my stomach some more. And then like he lipo my back fat, and then he filled in my butt dents and my hip dents. And then I ended up with arm lipo, y'all. Like, that wasn't in my quote. I wasn't against it. So I'm like, maybe he needed some more fat, because my stomach was flat. I didn't have no fat really from my stomach or much on my sides. I just had fat in my back. And maybe he did not have enough fat from my back to fill in my butt right. So I got arm lipo, and he didn't charge me extra for it, and it looks good. These sleeves keep you together, because if you don't, if you get arm lipo and you don't like compress it, I hear it'll get like hard, and then your skin will end up sagging even more. So make sure you compress them arms just as much as you compressing everything else. And I'm gonna show y'all some before and after pictures, because Dr. Diaz did his thing. Oh my god, y'all, like, it takes 3 to 6 months for your results to like fully show. Some people it may take longer, because the pictures that I'm going to show you is where I'm mainly swelled. Like, I'm still swollen. It's like 3 days out of surgery, but you can see exactly what he did. And then a couple weeks later, like let's say 3 weeks later, which I'm about 3 weeks now, the swelling will go down, and you'll feel like, oh my goodness, like my ass looks the same. What happened? Like, I see my hip dips and I'm feeling bad and depressed. Like, why did I do this to myself? I'm gonna have another video about the healing process. But then after, let's say 2 months, a couple weeks later, some people say around 6 weeks, your butt will start to feel different. It might tingle, itch. Mine is itching like crazy. But that is your nerve cells and the fat reconnecting to the body, and There's some other medical terminology. There's some other medical terminology, but that's your butt fluffing and the fat getting used to the new area that it is in. It was in your back in a row. Now it's in your butt, fluffing it up. Did I say that right? Okay. Anyhow, so that's how that goes. So don't be hard on yourself. Trust the process. And just take pictures. Look at how your body changes. If you don't want to take pictures or look in the mirror and you just want to wait till 6 months down the road, even up to a year, to see your final result, that's cool. But trust the process, because you may not see results immediately. I had a good foundation before, and then I had a tummy tuck, and now it's just like, ooh, when I take this faja off and be naked, I just be like, woo. But I'm gonna stop the video and put in these pictures for y'all. Okay, so yeah, as y'all can see, Dr. Diaz did his thing. And a lot of people have been asking me about the other doctor that I wanted to go to. So look, I didn't know what doctor I was going to until the day before I flew out. I paid my deposit to Diaz like a month before surgery, and then I was going to go to Dr. Marte. Dr. Marte and his assistant Ruth, or his wife, whatever, they were really good with communication. But right before I was about to go out, I asked questions. Is there going to be an additional charge for blase blase? How much is the COVID charge? If I add on something, how much is that going to cost? The additional days at the recovery house, is that going to be extra? Or what about the massages? That I asked questions, and when they send me a voice note, can you please text that to me? I don't understand. I want it in writing exactly what it is. And they was coming up with like high quotes or high fees for additional stuff. Oh, you'll have to go see this person and that person. That's an additional $300, additional $250. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why is all this stuff coming up? And I'm happy I asked those questions beforehand. And that not only played a fact, I just put my faja on the third hook, y'all, with foams and boards. So I'm trying to breathe. I wasn't sure about who I was going to because there wasn't a lot of information out there about Dr. Marte or Dr. Diaz. Wasn't a lot of information out about those two. I see a lot of Marte dolls coming out now that they didn't have surgery, and they're like showing their results a month or two post-op. And me personally, I wanted a low-key doctor that was going to have good bedside manner and be able to take their time with me. And I just didn't want to be another person on the list. That was my biggest thing, and I wanted a safe doctor. So a week before I flew out, I went into like the Facebook surgery groups and just went into the search bar and typed in their names to see what information was coming up. And then I was messaging dolls that said they were going to the doctor. So when I was looking up Dr. Marte, y'all, I recently saw that like somewhere in April, early April, he had a death. And somehow I ended up messaging the girl that passed away, her sister, and I didn't know it. And the sister was like, yeah, me and my sister went in together, and I ended up coming home alone. And I'm like, what? And she like, yeah, my sister didn't make it. And I'm not even about to tell the whole conversation because I didn't really get her permission. I'm not sharing her name or anything, but I mean, you can go research yourself. But long story short, I didn't like the way Dr. Marte handled it. He told the girls at the recovery house that there was no electricity at the clinic and he was canceling surgeries for the rest of the week. No electricity at the clinic? What kind of mess is that? But last year, y'all, last year when I went to Dr. Mannion at CSIP, this was post-op and I was waiting on my appointment. Why did the electricity flicker and then literally go out for 1, 2, 3 seconds, and then it came back? It's like, yeah. I was like, what? But overall, my experience at CSEP wasn't bad, and so I didn't really want to go to a different hospital. And that's why I had looked at Dr. Diaz in the beginning, because he was a doctor he worked out of that hospital. That's how I found him. he worked out of CSIP. I knew that's the clinic I preferred, and so I started researching doctors that was working out of that clinic. But yeah, I didn't like how Dr. Marte did that. So I was like, I do not want to go to him. It was too close. And then another thing, me and my homegirl was messaging him at the same time. It's like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And he didn't know who we was. We was like friends, and we was at different locations or whatever. And she was messaging him, and I'm messaging him, and we talking on the phone. And I'm like, why is it 11 o'clock at night and he up responding to dolls trying to recruit people for surgery? And then it was back like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. He's still finishing up the conversation from 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, did you get a good night's sleep? Because, anyhow, that's my thinking, and that's how that went. I was like, nah. Now back to my doctor, Dr. Manuel Diaz. Oh, y'all, and don't think that's me bashing a doctor. I don't know much about Oh Boy or anybody else. Like I said, that's just my opinion and my thoughts. I searched Real Self. I couldn't find any bad reviews on him. I searched on Instagram, the doll memorial pages, going all the way back to like 2018. Now there's 2 doll memorial pages on Instagram because Instagram accidentally memorialized the original page thinking that they were passed. So they had to start a new one. So make sure you follow the 2. And the original one, you can go back even further. I think maybe 2017, 2018. Anyhow, yeah, I searched on there. Did not see Dr. Diaz. I searched on the Facebook groups. I didn't see any deaths for Dr. Diaz. I checked on the Dominican board certified plastic surgery group thing. I talk about that all the time. It is the SODOCIPRE. That's the website. You can translate to English. He's board certified. He's taken additional training, certifications. He's done the minimum years of surgery, of residency, all that stuff. I couldn't find any bad reviews. I reached out to dolls that went to him. I didn't hear anything negative about him. Couldn't find any deaths on him. I did not personally ask him if he had any deaths. I'm not sure if a doctor is going to tell you, yeah, back in what. If they do, kudos to them. Congratulations. Thank you for being honest. I know accidents happen. It's rare to say, I want a doctor with no deaths. You can be the first one. But we're not going to put that energy in the air because we're going to stay prayed up. We got our health up. We doing everything we need to do, so we are good. So I was like, oh, you know what? Dr. Diaz is who I'm going to. He checked out on everything. He responded appropriately in a timely manner when I WhatsApped him. When I got to DR, the driver was there waiting on me. Before I got there, they sent me a picture of my driver. His name David. Oh my God, David, y'all. I was in Dominican Republic driving, y'all. Yes, I was in the DR driving. David let me drive when we was doing my post-op stuff. I had surgery on a Monday. I flew in on a Saturday. Sunday, I went and did my COVID, my lab testing, and all of that. And let me tell y'all, CSIP, the hospital, the clinic, they have upgraded. They have upgraded. Y'all, my surgery room, your recovery room, I had this big room. Like, let me tell y'all, when I went to deliver my baby at, where I had my baby? Piedmont, like one of the newer Piedmont hospitals. My after delivery room, whatever the room you in, was small compared to this one in DR. This room was big. It had a nice couch, a sofa, another window sofa. My bed was nice. The bathroom and shower, what? And y'all be talking that mess, talking about third world country, cheap surgery, and blah blah blah. Just shut. No, that hospital was nice. CSIP completely renovated, and it's nice. Y'all know last year when I said it felt like I was going down to the morgue, the dungeon to get surgery. It's still kind of, I mean, but what do you expect a surgery room to look like? I mean, but they didn't upgrade it, and it looked nice, y'all. I got there for surgery Monday. I went to his office. I met his assistants. I met him. Oh, and he speaks English, y'all. He speaks good English too. So I don't want this video to be like a compare and contrast. But this experience was completely different than last year with Dr. Mannion. What? I feel like I want to find something else to do just so I can go back to see Dr. Diaz. Oh my goodness, completely different. It was everything I prayed for, everything I wanted it. Whew. Y'all, he did his thing. He talked me through what he was going to be doing. He asked me questions, what I wanted. He told me what he could do. He made suggestions and asked me if I was okay with that. He took his time marking me up, looking in the mirror, took a measuring tape out to measure. Yes, what? Now I know all doctors ain't gonna take the time out to do that. They might be busy, but boom. This is why I wanted a doctor who's not super booked up and busy. I want you to take your time with me. I'm spending my hard-earned money on you. And I know y'all like, oh, little $5,000-$6,000 ain't that. That's a lot for somebody. That is a lot. I had to work hard, do overtime to get my little money up. So I wanted somebody who was gonna appreciate me just as much as I was appreciating them and what they're doing for me. So he marked me up, asked me questions. We spoke a little Spanish back and forth with each other. Just, y'all, he smiled. That man smiled. Last year, I couldn't even get a smile. A red flag. If your doctor can't smile at you, take your money elsewhere. Yes. So he marked me up. I went to go see the cardiologist. They did that. I did my chest x-ray the day before. He took me down to my recovery room. When I was in the room, I was able to put my stuff up, change into the attire for surgery, the blue cap and gown and whatnot. I paid my money, which was exactly what he quoted me. And then they came and got me, put me in a wheelchair. I met the anesthesiologist, asked me a few questions, and yeah. Oh, they gave me a blue pill. Last year, I did not take a blue pill. They gave me a blue pill. I went to the nurse's desk while he was making arrangements for something. And they were smiling at me, asking me if I was excited, and I'm like, yeah. Like, I was ready, y'all, because I was excited. He was excited. The staff, his assistants were excited. So he took me to the OR or whatever. I walked to the surgery table. And then there they go, putting that IV in with that blue liquid, or not blue, but the white liquid. And that stuff burned. It sting. And next thing I know, I was out. I did not wake up during surgery. And I think you have to be 100% when an anesthesiologist is asking you questions like, what's your height and weight? Be honest, because that is the measurements of what they're giving you to put you asleep. Now, if you saying you 200 pounds and your big butt is 250, they're not giving you the right stuff. So you might wake up during surgery. I never got weighed by Dr. Diaz. And that's another thing. I was nervous because his BMI limit is 34, 35. Dr. Marte did not have a limit, or his was either 40. And I was the same weight that I was last year, which was 245. And that put my BMI at 36 or 37. And last year, according to Dr. Mannion, he was saying, oh, I can only do a tummy tuck because you overweight or something, and I can't flip you over and do your back. Dr. Mannion, you know you do big girls. That is your specialty. That is your specialty. It was a girl in my recovery house who had gastric surgery, the weight loss surgery, and she was looking for a doctor who could do her. And I'm like, Dr. Mannion, I'm not hating on him, y'all. Go to Dr. Mannion because he specializes in big girls that have had weight loss surgery, and big girls who got that loose skin. He know how to construct that. He know what he doing. Dr. Mannion. I've seen Dr. Mannion do a girl with like a 40 BMI and did her breast, tummy tuck, butt, a whole mommy makeover. So I was confused, but I'm like, okay, if that's what you suggest, that's what you think is safe, go ahead. But come to find out, I was number 7 on the list. He was overbooked and overbusy. So he was trying to get me out the way, like, boom, let me just do her tummy tuck. She's just gonna have to come back. That's how I felt. I was just another number on the list. He was trying to boom, 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 rush me. Boom, 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 get to the next doll. So Dr. Diaz, I did not see a lot of big girls go to Dr. Diaz. And the thing is, I don't think a lot of dolls send pictures like afterwards, or he just maybe don't post the bigger girls. I don't know what it is, or maybe he just don't get a lot of bigger girls. But that man, he did his thing with me. Y'all saw them pictures? Dr. Diaz, that's my guy. What? Yeah. And Dr. Marte, I saw that he did bigger girls, and that's why I was kind of liking him. Dr. Diaz is really calm. His personality, when you just see him, you feel calm. He's smiling. He asks you questions. He talks with you. I just can't explain it. Like, I haven't even had a doctor experience like this in the U.S. Yes, so Dr. Diaz did his thing, y'all. After surgery, you know, they put you in like a recovery room where there's other dolls. And I remember just waking up, and I can't really turn my head much, but I'm like looking, and I see my homegirl. I call her Ohio. So I'm really bad with names, but I will remember where a person said they were from. So my girl Ohio, and I actually know her name. We friends now. So I look over and I see Ohio, and she was like looking, and she couldn't do much talking. I'm just like, you okay? I felt like I was saying, are you okay? I'm not sure. But yeah, I see her, and then once they noticed that I was awake, they came over and rolled me to my room, and then they took me from that bed and put me in my bed. And then my overnight nurse, which was provided by Diaz, it was included in my package. I didn't have to pay anything extra. She came over and said, like, you okay? You want anything? Da-da-da. I don't know. And I ended up texting. I asked her to bring me my mochila. And actually, mochila is book bag. But this time, like last year, I had a book bag. But this year, I only had a purse. But she understood what I was trying to say. She brought me my purse. And I text my family, let them know I had made it out. I think I went in for surgery at like 7 a.m. Like 7 a.m.-ish. And then it was around maybe 1. Ooh, I can't remember. Dr. Diaz nurse or assistant came down and checked on me. And then I was out. I had some water and I was like sleeping. The staff was checking on me like every hour. I'm talking about the hospital staff, CSIP, were checking on me like every hour, along with my nurse. Now, she did fall asleep a couple times, and then she disappeared in the bathroom for a good little minute, and I ended up falling asleep, and I'm like, what's she doing in the bathroom? But they were monitoring my IV, giving me my medicine. They fed me good. I had a TV in my room. I was watching Netflix. And I ended up watching my baby favorite movie, the Spider-Man movie. It was nice. I had a really big room and a really good, nice experience. It was clean, very clean. I don't know what was going on at the hospital last year. Maybe it was just too busy. A lot of people were saying, like in the surgery groups, that overall surgery is just really slowed down in the Dominican Republic. And it's not slow season. I went in May, so it's pretty busy between March, April, May. It's real busy. And then the slower seasons are like October, November, December. Dr. Diaz came in the next morning. He checked on me. He looked at my garment. He asked me any questions. I had asked him if I could take some type of pain medicine. What did I bring with me? Or something. Then Tylenol PM. He said I could take the Tylenol. He ain't messing with that other stuff. He said you could take Tylenol. So I took Tylenol PM just to help me sleep, because I didn't want to be bothered. Then he gave me a prescription list. Now, in Dominican Republic, you do not need a prescription to go in the pharmacy and get something. But my boy, Dr. Diaz, he gave me a prescription list with, and inside he gave me my heparin shots that I needed, 9 heparin shots. That was all included in my package. I ain't come out no extra money, y'all. I paid him what he quoted me, and he followed through with exactly what he needed to follow through, and I didn't get charged for nothing extra. Now, I don't know what y'all be talking about when y'all say DR does not have good pain medicine, because baby, they gave me codeine. Yes, I had something mixed with codeine. You know how in the US we have Tylenol 3, which is like a high dose of Tylenol and histamine with like a drop of codeine in it. That's what I took last year. But this year my doctor was acting weird. Like, I guess they altogether stopped giving out opioids because of the opioid. They stopped giving out opioids, and I'm like, whatever. But it's this medicine they gave me in DR that had codeine in it, and it started with an L. It's like, I'm gonna have to enter the name of it right here, but it started with an L. Loxo. I don't know, but that stuff, it was good, and it helped with pain really good and relaxed your muscles, your body really good. When I went to the recovery house, now he only gave me a 5-day supply of that. When I went to the recovery house, I ordered more because I needed to take some home. And I told you I was in and out the DR. Last year I stayed for 18 days total. This year I stayed for 10 days total. So last year I got an additional 8 days in. This year I was like, no. But I kind of wish I would have, but I was just trying to rush. I don't know why I ain't come back here. I know why. Because I ain't really had no babysitter. Y'all, and then these babysitters be wanting a lot. I ain't got no money. I don't have no money, okay? It took hard work and overtime to save up my budget was $7,000 for surgery, everything. So, in my next video, I'm going to go over that because actually I went under budget, including your post-op care. If you're not prepared for post-op, don't have surgery, because once you come back here, the massages are $100 each, and you should be getting like 3 a week. That's $300 a week for just massages. So if you're not ready for it, just postpone a little bit. I got some bruising cream. I was bruised up a little bit, y'all, but that cream, my bruises was gone. Like, by the time I came home, I was at a couple of days, most of my bruising was gone at like 12 to 15 days post-op, I think. Yeah. But yeah, that's my doctor review, my surgery review. I hope I didn't leave anything out. If I did, or if you have any further questions, excuse me, y'all know I'll be responding to them questions, y'all. I'll be getting a lot of emails, DMs, comments on YouTube. I think the easiest way, the quickest way, is to comment on this video in the comment section, and I got you. My Instagram DMs be flooded with a lot of BS, so I'll be trying to go through them, but my emails, you can email me if you don't want to put it out there publicly, your question. I do be answering them pretty quick. As long as your email don't look scammy, then we good. If you got a bunch of letters and numbers in there, or if it look iffish, I'm just going to delete it. So don't look scammy. Have like a normal email. Yeah. So Dr. Diaz did his thing, y'all, and I might be getting my breasts done next because I really, really love my experience, and I want to go back. Oh, y'all, and then look. So I had got my driver a gift because he was like so cool. And then I got Dr. Diaz and his staff. I was trying to think what to get him that they would like. So you know how the hospitals and clinics be having like little gift shops and pharmacies in there? I ended up getting him like some cookies and chocolates or something, some little snacks, and put in a bag. And he was like, thank you, we appreciate it so much. And they were like happy and smiling. Like, just the little things, y'all, it makes a big difference. Like, yeah. And I did a picture and video with him. I'm gonna insert a picture with my doctor. I recommend him 100% without a doubt. I have no complaints. Anything and everything that I had questions about, they answered it. They answered it. There was no red flags. None. This is how I imagined my first round. And my first round should have been my last round. Yeah. Thank y'all for watching, and stay tuned for my recovery house review. And I got a video coming out about the healing process, what you're mentally going to go through physically, how your body is going to be changing,